that they're starting to turn a corner in their own, in and of themselves. But again, this is one of our top scenes in terms of this bracket. So you should expect them to be able to do much better on this map as they pick so frequently. At the very least, they've got that playing time in the pro leagues with the likes of Vitality and ENCE, of course. So they've again got some decent competition that they've got on this map up. So there's always that whole backstory. But you just consider, again, the issues that they've had online, how much they struggle to close out against the Grindas camp, and the fact as well that this is not the same Overpass. I mean, structurally it is, but how many little intricacies are going to affect Movistar Riders, if any at all?
There'll be a few, especially out there towards the short angle. I mean, the concern for Grindas as well is we don't know what to expect. This is the first time that they're going to be playing Overpass in their entire run in this qualification.
There we go, pistol round going live. The Grindas are on the CT start. I think Movistar Riders need to start to convert right here and now. Magilla has other ideas, drawing out first blood, doubling up, not quite able to take the triple, so it's a 2-for-2 trade overall.
That's pretty mad that he actually gets 2 kills there without any teammates around him. 2 players out towards the short water, do get a 1-for-1 trade and drop the bomb out in the open.
Even trades across the board, just now trying to take some map control away from them. Very aware that bagyz is in the water control, so shots on from short, just now taking the advantage definitively here for Movistar Riders side. A one-on-one situation now wrapping against the Devo. Unawares, caught reloading, jump face, taps through to the headshot. What is going on there? That is a pistol for Movistar Riders in the most wild of circumstances.
Oh no, that might be one of the biggest whiffs you're going to see all day. Jeez, that was a sitter. Oh no, just doesn't even pre-aim that right-hand side corner. Gets his knife pulled out in the open, jumping as well. I can't believe Grindas have not won that duel. That is a miraculous recovery, would you like to say? Yeah, I mean, that's just wild that Just wins that.
Yeah, you need some serious miracles to pull that off. That is silly, absolutely silly. Grindas down to the USP stack in from mid. Raphael going to force the forward face and will lose his life for it. His teammates trying to pick up the pieces though with these pistols, and they're doing well so far until Adam and Martinez maintain control, maintain 3 players alive, and take the second from Movistar.
One thing that I actually have seen on recently is a couple of Twitter clips of Aurora with some of their util on this map of Overpass. So obviously they're playing in the closed qualifier themselves. They're up against Apex. We might get more, I suppose, readjustments and new utility being learned. It might even be in this closed qualifier in which we see a couple of new pieces, because there's only been a handful of officials that the majority of these teams have been playing.
The guns coming in for the Grindas camp to see what they've been playing in this map up in terms of this game. Just backing off from the forward face that the CTs will take here. Out towards the short control, they will force the T-side presence back. Mopos nading ahead of that smoke to try to catch off Droogs. And there's your small HP advantage right now for Movistar. No kills yet.
Very defensive down to the A site. It seems like there's a slight walk on a contact to come through from not only the AWP, but Sedivo as well. And I tell you what, he was a top performer out in map 1. I think realistically, if Grindas want to put on a bit of a decent showing here on map 2, we have to look at him again.
Adam Esch trying to set himself up to be the performer here in this round. Certainly been so far in the early portion of this map up. 4 kills. Another of them were anti-eco frags to his credit. Swing forward, spray through. Damage has been contained, but he is going to find the kill on Sedivo. Magilla has the 2 kills to return back. Martinez with a trade on the Krieg. Mopos as Galil gets involved. Raphael swings out to the center of the bomb site. Mopos is extremely low, but so is the opposition of Droogs here. Now Just all alone. 1 versus 2. Both players are tagged.
Just. We've seen what he's like in clutches, and we know that he can win them. 1v2, HE placement out there towards a bank position, but it's undetected because Raphael was a little bit more passive and is actually regrouped up to Dumpster with his teammate. 15
seconds. Bomb is in the back of the bomb site. They need to get picked up here. Just making noise. Spray burst does not quite land the kill. Forces out a TK there in that exchange. And it's good enough for the Grindas regardless. 1 player's alive, 1 round on the board.
You look at that entire round from Grindas and think they're actually quite unsuccessful in the initial defense. You have that AWP in the bathrooms that gets baited. You have your long player that's being forced further back and away. They try those further advances through the bank smoke, and that's where they find that success. The double kill coming through from the AUG, making a huge difference in that round.
The round that makes a huge difference in this game here. Movistar unable to build their economy states. Down to Mac 10s and Tech 9s, a Galil on one, and AK on one other.
I mean, one thing you got to consider as well is that Movistar Riders have been playing a lot of events still on Go. Mate, the Grinders have probably only been playing CS2. Yes, they had their ESEA main season in which they got playoffs and they're now advanced to into the advanced division. But in a lot of their free time, they're probably just cracking CS2.
Opportunities abound for them to prove how that prac has worked out for them. Actually sent for Martinez to get his teammates in from the graffiti control. Got one SMG out towards the short position. Alex is being very careful about this. bagyz is going to catch the kill. Sadivo spray back onto Adam S. And finally Jukes getting involved there with the P90. Alex gets one pick before he also drops.
That's unreal. He just comes through the smoke. It's like there's still a player alive up in the middle of the bomb site. Nope, my hands are on that AK and I want it now.
Didn't have to worry too much there.
Yeah, and for Movistar Riders, I mean, they actually didn't get much out of that round. You consider the investment, you consider how much they brought to the table. Not even a bomb plant means that there's going to be a real lack of cash going into round 5. So it has to be a very harsh eco set.
No bonus, no cash, no bomb plant. Again, Grinders finding that one swing towards their favor and taking full advantage. Mopoz has Sadiva around that corner and that MP7. Not a common choice, but one that's going to work well enough against these pistols. 3 kills, plenty of cash gained. And Just and Alex have nothing in this round.
I see Nert's rocking the MP7 quite a lot, but other than him, there aren't many pros in the circuit that that go that way. MP5 as well, see very little of it. A lot of MP9. Not much P90 as well. Got that in the last round.
We call it the Pro 90 for a reason.
Who calls it that?
People who aren't pros, apparently.
That's exactly right. That is bang on. Don't you dare come in here and call it the Pro 90.
Well, look, I said it was a reason. I never said it was a good one, so...
Yeah, well, look, they can still keep this as quite a heavy bonus round. You've got yourself that AK, M4, and AUG. Keep rocking the SMGs and just try and see if you can abuse this lead and keep working their way forward. I mean, even a Krieg coming out for Martinez, don't see much of that either.
One down for Movistar here and now. Grinders facing up against the gun buy that the T side can pull out to their favor. Raphael nades sent in initially with the flashbang sent up as well. Smokes ahead of the squeaky door. Now it's been blown open by the HEs, so now Alex and Mopoz can continue working interconnected. There's no resistance here at the CT side. It's all out towards mid in the bathrooms.
They've got a very heavy stack here in the bathroom, so if there's a slight bait and switch, it will probably have to come off the back of bagyz taking a first contact. That SMG washing out towards long. The boost deep out here towards the left-hand side of graffiti isn't seeing anything. Only a little bit of util here and there.
Adam. Not sure where to look in from the mid-control or go out towards long. There was a smoke in there at the entryway, and Magilla and Sadiva are going to leave the harder cover and get back out towards long. Central site defensive, but that's all elementary at this stage. There's 4 players about to group up and hit the B site.
And this is a good read here from the Grinders. They haven't spotted much out there towards Divider. They didn't see anything at long, so they're going to force a slightly heavier rotation down towards B. You've got 3 players here, 40 seconds left on the clock. The bomb coming back into T-Con gives an idea of an A split, but that smoke down to bathrooms is actually going to waste quite a bit of time.
Adam S will get in the midst of it. Magilla, wary, seeing the shadow. Information will get called out. Mopoz is going to dish out some damage, but will go down. The AK engages. The corner has gone unchecked. He's so focused on the bomb side, he's going to walk right into the Devo. And that SMG to strike back again. Alex brings it into a 3-on-3. 1 man on site, 2 players on rotation. Incendiary will try to cypher them off. A little bit of burn damage coming in, especially on Alex here. bagyz can deny the bomb plant, and that will deny the round itself. Raphael there with a little bit more, again taking his own teammate down, and just going to tap up the head of one exit frag. Look for the exit after time, but loses life to cause even more economical worry for the Movistar Riders.
This is really turning into upset of the tournament right now.
Yeah.
This is getting very awkward. I mean, right there from Grinders, I think they read that round really nicely. They have some good utility placement out there to the front side of the bathrooms with the smoke, the incendiary to go down to Divider, the slight off angle that the MP7 is using. And then look at the rotation. You've got your player out there towards truck, waiting, not peeking. Wait for that incendiary, wait for that flash, deny the bomb from going down. Another round without a plant here for the Movistar Riders.
I know it feels early to say that there's upset potential at 4-2, but the MR12 rule set is going to make these advantages really stand out. These wins could creep up on you if you're not careful, especially if you're Movistar Riders here. Flashes are sent. Utility execution coming up for the Riders camp, just down to 5 HP for the counter HEs. Another TK, is this time on the T side as Alex takes his own teammate down. A couple of picks back at the CT forces and eventually leaving it to a 1-on-4 for Martinez. Will not be able to handle it and will be dealt with all the same. 5-2 for the Grinders. Movistar need to get these guns to effect. They need to do it right now.
And even though this might be global offensive, the last 3 open qualifiers that Movistar Riders have played, they got eliminated by Zen in the quarterfinals, Eklot in a round of 32, and alternate attacks in a round of 32.
Yeah.
We're not seeing them getting eliminated by the higher-end Tier 2 squads. Oftentimes, it's the outside squads. It's the teams that nobody really sees at that higher end. And you look at it now in a best-of-3, 5-2 up on a CT side of Overpass. Grinders are looking solid.
Good shot from Magilla. Going to continue that solidity into the next rifle round. Movistar Riders have not gained a single rifle round. The pistol in the conversion alone. The advantage here in round 8 stays well and truly with the Grinders camp. That one frag turns to silence as Movistar have once again their hearts set on the B play.
That AWP from Magilla was consistent on the CT side of Anubis. Alex has got a lot of map control out here to B, but they've got 3 CTs to deal with.
Flashes up, AK check-in. Nades to return, dish out some damage to Just. bagyz tagged heavy. Jugs down to the hands of Just, a 4-on-4, but damage continues to compound against the T sideline, and well, there's the AUG able to strike back. Alex to drop Mopoz with a train, another 3-on-3. The bomb's yet to get planted, and Mopoz is being wary about those HEs being put down. Finally will get picked up, finally will get planted to retake.
They've got another HE for the side directly. That could do some further chip damage.
Just is going to strike on the low HP player in jungle control. bagyz down, Flash is sent even further from the T sideline. They've got 2 more to play with, and Just gets another burst kill. He's on 9 HP, he's landed a triple, 2 of which just came in when he was already at low points of health. And Magilla has just got to save his weapon once again. Movistar Riders will line up the 3rd.
Yeah, that looked to be another round there from Grinders. Opening man advantage, 3 down there on B. But Movistar Riders, they actually freeze quite nicely. They exit out there from Monster. They start to put some emphasis on the side directly. They get a good kill on that pit control just under the bomb side. And then they slow it down. There's not an overpeak. There's not getting the bomb down straight away. Instead, just try and see if you can freeze up the moment and force a couple of overextensions. And that's where Just was able to put the majority of kills up on the board.
Went down through trouble with the bomb blast. So Economy still unable to build truly here from Movistar Riders, investing into 3 new sets of weapons, Kevlar, utility, and the works.
I think Grinders need a good lead here in the first half as well to close it out. Only because their series in the best 3 against Forza, they insta-banned Overpass. They didn't even want a chance for it to get floated in.
Only 2 away from taking the half itself. Adam S. First man forward in the long campaign. Bomb on the back of Martinez. Adam. AWP set in. The M4 spray through for Zadivo. Gets nothing done. Adam S with the opening of round 9.
There's the right play. The information gathering. The flash behind him just unfortunately not being rewarded with the kill. AWP has seen the other AWP get over the top. There is not a further rotation up to A just yet. Jugs is going to take a while on that slow rotation.
AWP's been seen. The tap burst perfect from Mopoz. Lands against the kill. The smokes come back and the Molotovs will be there to support it. The plant will be locked down ahead of Dice. And there is no retake for the Grinders. Got to save their weapons.
And for Movistar Riders, this is 2 rounds back-to-back in which they've been able to close it down with at least that that ability to getting into post-planting positions. There isn't much to work off of for Grinders. Movistar Riders, I mean, the first time that we're getting an opportunity to see their Overpass in CS2, all their previous officials being out on Go. It was an ancient map pick up against the Betra side only a few days ago in ECL. I mean, crazy to think that you can make the comparison that obviously Movistar Riders are in ECL, they play in Pro League, whereas for Grinders, they're actually down in ESEA main. They came 3rd in their regular season, 11-1 in the BO1s. They got into the playoffs and were able to go all the way to the lower bracket quarterfinal where they eventually got knocked out in 5th to 6th place, giving themselves at least enough of a placement to make the promotion for next season.
Definitely punching above their weight in this kind of a matchup, and doing so with particularly good fashion. Still in the lead, even though Movistar have taken 2 back on the turn. The first tactical getting utilised to try and see if they can stop it here at these 2 rounds. They've got guns, they've got money to afford them. You can see the AWP is already out for McGill, so Evo should also have no issues when it comes to the buy, so there won't be any significant limitations.
I mean, it makes you wonder as well who's actually going to come out on top in the upper bracket quarterfinal. I mean, it looks as if Apex are probably going to close in a 2-0 fashion. The Spirit looking for all game could actually be quite competitive right towards the end. And then, I mean, you have to expect that Big are going to win out against the Chosen Few to try and recover things and to force it to that 3rd map.
It's kind of like how we were saying that Movistar should be able to bring it back to map 3 and be able to do the same here against the Grinders camp. We've got to get past them in the lead first and foremost, though. Sadivo, fully hailed with the rock as a bit of cover. Adam S can still deal with him. Spot the second player as well. McGilla's AWP strikes the Martinez face for the headshot. Adam is a little bit quicker to land him on his own return. Advantage Movistar.
You can't be doing that against a team like Movistar. You play the 4v4. You don't have a teammate to play off at the back of you. You don't have utility around the corner. That's just greed, and it costs him. Looking back in for a second frag, try to work a man advantage, and that may just cost them the round now.
A minute to play with. Movistar still have resistance on the back of this B-bomb site. Raphael and Jugs, and actually bagyz comes in towards that short control, deals with Mopos, a 3-on-3 situation, just headshots, just that little bit better though. M4 back to site here at Water, last man standing as bagyz has gone down on short. Bomb should commit and should get planted. They have a little bit of time to play with though. They're both facing, offering up the engagements. The M4 runs out of ammo though, the USP comes out against Adam, but doesn't deal with Alex, who evens up the scoreboard.
You can just see there a little bit of missed utility from Movistar Riders. I'm not sure if that was a molly to maybe the short sandbag or maybe even out to the toxic, but it didn't miss and it didn't hit, I should say. It actually went down into Monster. There was no heaven smoke in that exchange. Just gets a very good entry, and I think that is a helping hand to close down that round. Rather than prioritizing the bomb plant because he's so close, they just want to fight him up close and personal. 1 kill made the difference there in that 1v1.
We got a 5 apiece. Seco basis for the Grinders. Mopos going to charge him down, knowing that he's got all the advantages in the world here with his Mac 10 kill first. Sadivo does strike back though. That's a gun to play with, but surely not much more here for the rest of him and his teammates. 16 HP as well. Caught off by Mopos as that AK is not allowed to stay in for the CT forces. McGill is going to try and grab it, but he's going to get chased down. This will be a 6th Movistar. They will be able to hold the even standing of the half. Whether they can press the 7 is another question entirely. And there will be guns back again for the Grinders to try and deal with it.
And McGill hasn't always been a primary AWPer. I think when you look back at previous teams like SD and Victory, he's actually a rifler on that lineup. So probably just with the teammates that he's got in this iteration of the Grinders to make this qualification open qual run into the closed qual, he has to be the bearer of the main AWP. A lead, though, for Movistar Riders. And there was a moment, only a few rounds ago, where it looked as if things were getting out of control. I think they've handled this late game of the first half quite nicely.
One more round of the half. And Grindas make it 6 apiece. Can they even up the board to go into the T side with... And you said earlier you hope that they get a decent lead here in the CT side to give them the best chance possible to go in with the T half advantage.
Yeah, T half is going to be tough for them just because they haven't played this map at all.
The best that they can do is an even standing. Movistar Riders may have done enough at this juncture. Can they get that 7 though? It certainly feels like Adam S might do some decent work towards it, but his teammates are falling apart in Monster. 2 players push, 1 stays alive, 2 down on the Movistar Rider side, and Adam S is known.
Now that is a very unfortunate timing. That looked to be a round-winning lurk. Mopos, good pick out there towards B. Another duel on the trade. And Movistar Riders, it looked like they wanted to come back down towards Connector. They haven't second-guessed it. Even with Mopos going down, they still want to commit B.
Walk their way forward. Adam caught to Martinez. AWP versus 3 has plenty of players to find. Known of the footsteps being watched now over at the Heaven position. Molly's sent, and the reposition of that AK is ready to receive the man out in the open ahead of the pillar. bagyz the swing, Martinez the drop, and the defuse to follow suit as well. So Movistar Riders able to come back from the deficit this time, but it's still an even 6-6 apiece as we head to the break and see whether the T side is that difficult for the Grindas. Dead even as you like it, 6 apiece. The Grinders and Movistar Riders go toe-to-toe once again in the second half of this. The Grinders Well, looking like they had some serious upset potential in the first half. Let's see whether they can capitalize upon it in the second. bagyz, first man forward into connector. This position pivotal in the last pistol, and it may well be the same right here and now, but it's another 2-for-2 trade. Mopo's able to get the advantage back ahead of the doorway, evades the next player back from mid, and now turn the attention all the way towards Alex. On long for the defensive, and he'll hide, wait, bait, and position himself perfect to deny that bomb plant, and surely deny the round now. CSGO in a 1-on-3.
Excellent repositioning coming through from Alex out there towards long. It does mean that it can be forced into a 1v2. The issue is now the plant, because the CTs have got close to the bomb side, and there's that final kill. What a trap out there towards connector. I think if you look at that from the perspective of Grindas, you go, great, we've got an opening kill. Let's start charging up with pace. And there's just a crossfire everywhere. Players are opening up the door, players are coming in from short, there's 2 players in con, and that trap in there at connector, that set up the round completely.
All over them. Best way you could describe it. Movistar will have the lead. Grindas will have the force back here.
Now this is where they've got to try and muster up as much out of that Galil as possible. Out from T-Con, no opening spot towards Party. There is an exchange towards long, and Magilla is waiting to see if there's going to be a press, waiting to see if there's going to be an exchange around long, pressing all the way.
The Eagles are taking engagements towards that mid-control. Adam S, in particular, is going to get forced back.
Martinez is not getting tempted at all with this wraparound. They're actually just holding pretty firmly on the side.
It works well. Adam S has got that from Austin for his 2 kills. They get mowed down to the Grindas camp. Martinez slowly closing the pins. He's revealed himself with that footstep. And Magilla able to trade it, or at least take some damage back to return. The trades continue to go the way of the CT side. It's a 1-on-5 for CSGO. This one goes about as well as you would expect it, with the rifles taking on the pistols. It will be 8-6 to Movistar Riders as they continue to press on in the early portions of the CT side.
It just shows them. You've got the MP9 aggressive towards long, hearing at least a footstep towards Party. Then there's obviously a sight exchange in there at the bathrooms. So it's a pretty good tell that Grindas have got a heavy setup of a lean towards A. And rather than Martinez getting aggressive straight away, he just holds. Just maintains the line. Doesn't want to overextend in case he's being watched. The players on the site directly get impact, and that's when he can wrap around. Grindas, unfortunately, being trapped once again. And Movistar Riders have shown 2 very strong CT rounds back-to-back now.
SMGs facing in. Jugs caught, bursted up. Kill found, start advantage in this round again for the SMGs. Movistar, of course, having the better setup with the 2 rounds in their back pocket, with the economy not able to build yet for the Grindas. Their Deagles still fighting some firefights. Adam S, 1-4. Martinez was finally responsive, and he's going to try and see if he can close in the pincers against this T-side line. Raphael's been spotted and sprayed down. Bomb has been dropped.
And for a moment, it looked as if that round could get slightly expensive with the over, I suppose, aggression out there towards the T-Con and Fountain area. But in the end, it just comes down to a couple of players without armor to try and see if they can at least deal with Martinez, who's got the bomb territory out there towards Rock. The MP9 doesn't even sweat a beat. 3 rounds of difference and 4 more to go for Movistar Riders to close it down. This opening rifle round in the second half is pretty much do or die here for me, for Grindas. They need to try and set an example. They need to try and not only get rid of that AWP, but start pressuring the economy of their opposition. This is a must-win round for them.
Have a couple of rifle rounds in the worst case scenario, but I do think you're right. 11-6 would be the scoreline if Movistar Riders take it and Grindas don't even get a bomb plant as a consolation prize. CSGO, first man forward, SMG of Mopos will be there to receive him at the corner of that short position. Adam S going to fire back with his FAMAS. That HE is going to catch off Duke. Surely he'll go down. Indeed he will. Second HE's all down with the CT forces. Another player's been seen. The information game so well placed there by Movistar, and they'll find another kill for it. Adam S is finally going to get dealt with there and connect to control, but still a 4-on-3 for Movistar.
There's so many areas on B for jump spot potential to catch vision out there towards short water. And unfortunately for Grinders, I mean, it's a little bit of a panic. You're trying to establish short water control, but you're also trying to fight out there towards connector. You're being looked in from both sides. You're being spammed up. You're being crossfired. And it's a meltdown. And for Movistar Riders, this is a 4v2 where you just play defensive. You play deep on the bomb sites. You wait for the approach to come. And if it doesn't come, even better. They're going to save.
The firefight never stopped. Sadivo and Magilla, no choice but to hold on to their guns as best as they can. There won't be a hunt explicitly there from Movistar Riders, and maybe the smarter call to take.
I mean, you have to imagine that the coaching staff of Blade as the coach and Repkeys as the analyst, they probably want to set an example going into CS2 that they're not just like frauds online, right? That they can prove it on LAN and that they can make top 8 finishes, they can go to grand finals. They've proved it in previous ESL Challenger events. I think they've proved it the last couple of seasons of Pro League as well. The online record is poor for them, and there is no denying that. But this could be the turn. This could be an opportunity. Of course, I mean, this is only like their second game that they've played. But I think with ECL and this close qualifier, this is an opportunity very early in CS2 to try and weave their way forward into a new direction of success online.
There has been a bit of a rocky start. You mentioned the ECL match was a 0-2 for Movistar Riders, and of course we saw them just lose the first map to the Grinders here in this best of 3. I mean, Overpass is going far better in the second half.
It's going to take a little while to prove it, right? I mean, you need to go deep in both events if you want to start making that a factor.
With Overpass seeming to come to its closing stages, it feels like Movistar Riders may at least achieve a condition to that. And again, we've seen them win ESL Challenger events before. Martinez, what a shot that was. Barely could see the man, and bagyz still falls for it. Only a pistol down for the Grinders camp. Advantage stays with Movistar.
It's incredible to think how long Martinez has actually been on this lineup for over a year now. It doesn't feel that kind of length of time. But his impact definitely does get felt on the server. 2 quick kills for him, and this half around the 2 saved in rifles, I mean, it's not encroaching much threat at all. And you've got the AWP still in play, but the Deeg as well, they need to find some impact.
Shot missed there by Martinez. Good jiggle there from the Deagle. But it doesn't mean much in the grand scale of things, because in the actual engagement against Adam S, he gets no damage against the CT player. And Magilla is left probably to hold on to the AWP from here. The bomb's so far away from him, it would be, I think, actually impossible at this stage to go back, grab it, and commit it to a bomb site. That's not even factoring in the resistance that will be there along the way. So hunts to come through, might have to be forced into a fight against Alex, which he will be able to win against that first frag. 2 more CTs inbound, though. He's about to get tested heavily here. Shot on Adam S, dealt with by Just, going down just after time as well. So $350 to go into the do-or-die rifle round for the Grinders.
And that feels like a kick in the teeth, doesn't it? Because not only have you got into the last round with not a lot, but you've got into round 18 with even less. Yes, you've got the AKs, but you don't have that AWP out. You don't even have Magilla getting onto a rifle. He's on a Tech 9 without armor. And Movistar Riders have not posed much of a challenge against them in this second half. This has been really smooth for them.
AK on bagyz, the forward man in connector. Smokes in positions. The Sadivo tries to provide support from the short pipe. The blind sprays of Alex doing quite a fair amount of damage. That incendiary going to be able to respond towards any utility that comes in for the execution. He's going to be so prepared for this short hit. A little bit early on its engagement, and that does force Grinders a little bit more time into adjusting.
Well, look at the info play. With Martinez aggressive towards long and the jiggle spot out from Dice not seeing anything, they're stacking up B.
Raphael not sure where to peek, and eventually Just is going to get that kill for it. Back up, look towards Short. One engagement back out towards Monster goes so awry for the Grinders, and it's all 5 alive for Movistar Riders. 12-6, 6 in a row here in this second half. And it's a map point on the Riders pick.
And I think it showed how important getting a strong lead in that first half could have been. I mean, when you're up 4-2, you're thinking, okay, if we get to 9-3, we win pistol, we could be looking at 10-3, 11-3, and then it's just closing rounds. Because it was 6-6, and we didn't win pistol, it's getting out of control. We haven't had a chance to get started here in the second half, and for Movistar Riders, it continues to look comfortable.
One more to go here on that point. Burst fire of Alex. Look at how far forward he wants to get alongside his teammate. Just also involved in the mid crossfire. They do lose the long control, but Martinez able to get the man advantage right back for the Movistar Riders camp. Falling back to the bomb site, aware that that bomb is committing into the bathroom. Shuts him down with a second kill. And Tedivo now in a 1-on-3 scenario. CTs know exactly where he is. They've got info on the bomb and everything. This is not a clutch that you can win in these circumstances. Not with the way that the Riders have played here on the CT half. So this will be 13-6 with Martinez appropriately getting the triple for it as well. And we will be off to map number 3.
And Movistar Riders closed their map pick in style. That was a very good showing in the second half, and I think exactly what they needed going into a third map decider where you showed some comfortability, you've shown that you can pull through.